All right, guys, I'm here with my buddy Futurama King from X, and we're gonna go try some hard spots on FSD 12.5, really put it to the test. Let's see if we can trip it up.
Yeah,
So let me know what you think compared to the FSD you have.
Well, it's already smoother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
From the first 5 seconds you can tell.
Yeah, I can tell. Because this street with those cars, it's...
Yeah, I like how it kind of waits and checks if it's clear before going.
Yeah, but I can tell immediately, because I know this street really well.
Right. I like how it's staying on the right side.
Yeah,
as opposed to driving in the middle.
Yeah, that's good as well. It's something it does hit a lot. Yeah, this situation is where it's usually, that's how it goes. It's very smooth. The thing is, like, if you think of way back when, then it would have like not go through it.
Yeah.
And now it goes through it, but like the old one, the 12, the 11, goes through it, but doesn't feel super smooth. And 12 goes through it and feels smooth.
Yeah.
So you can really feel how it's
totally
better and better.
I mean, I just can't believe it when I'm driving it. It's just like, wow, it's so smooth now. Which isn't to say it's always 100% perfect, but I mean, they made the model 5 times larger with this build. So you can really see the difference that made.
And now, once Hardware 3 gets it, it would be interesting to compare it because it would be the first time.
Yeah.
It should be different.
Well, no, because I think it's still going to run the full-size model on Hardware 3.
Yeah, and they're supposedly doing some compression or whatever.
No, I don't think they're doing any compression. I think he said they're just doing some optimization to, inference it at the speed they need. But in terms of the parameter count, it's not going to run like a smaller version of the model. It'll run the full size. So you would expect the performance to be pretty similar, but we'll have to see. Now in the future, they said Hardware 4 could support a model that's 8 times larger. So
yeah, and at some point it will be like, you can't get the inference, whatever, fast, optimized enough.
Yeah, they'll just have to train a smaller model for Hardware 3 and then a larger model for the hardware that supports it.
And I was thinking about that too, like they're talking about like, oh, we're not locked anymore by the compute we have, but also we're building a lot more compute.
Right.
It could be to support those old versions, because if you want to be able, now you kind of will have that branching at some point.
Yeah,
and you will need to train twice.
Yeah. I think they said they're going to dedicate the new Texas data center to Hardware 4 and the California data center will be for Hardware 3.
That makes sense.
And they actually have 20,000 car computers in the cluster, and they're doing the forward pass in the training.
Oh, this is not actually where I want to go, but it's fine. That's the way it takes us. Oh, actually, it's fine. It's fine. There's a few spots they're going here on the highway. It's nuts. Like, there's like no, room to accelerate.
Right.
And I really want to see how FSD does, because like 12.5, because the 11 50-50, like it's gonna do something like illegal. Not illegal, I guess, but not good.
Give it the hardest stuff you've got. People want to see some interventions. People are commenting on my videos, hey, this is boring.
It's so boring.
It's just doing everything right. Like, give it something hard.
It's totally like the SpaceX landing. It's like the force, whatever times the number of people watching the landing is like millions, right? And now it's like nobody cares.
Yeah.
It's boring. We want to see it crash.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, people don't believe me that it works this well.
Yeah, this area is like basically perfect on 11 point. Because you see there's nothing here.
What version are you running now? 12.4 or 12.36?
Yeah. I keep saying 11, but I mean 12.3.
Right.
11 is older, It's hard to keep up, I mean, you win it all the time, but it's hard to keep up which version is what.
Yeah, I mean, they're releasing like several major new models a year. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
The pace of iteration.
Okay. This one, it's a really interesting intersection, because it used to, I think I texted that to you one time, it used to try go in red, and then, like, same version, right? Stop doing that. Like, there was no major update, but they fixed something. because you see you have this line here. I didn't used to have it, and the car kept going forward. I was like, what is it doing?
Huh.
But then one day it just stopped. Actually, we still get, yeah, there we go.
Oh. That's not what I expected. I thought we were going to turn right. Maybe because the map says go right. It thought it was making a right turn before or something.
Yeah, because of the line, right? You expect it to.
Yeah.
Something weird with that intersection.
Yeah, I think the map data is a little off. But I've noticed it's better now at ignoring the map when it's wrong. And just doing what looks right visually.
I had this drive in, where is it? Like, Marina area, next to LAX. And it did like completely ignore the route, did a UE, and got back to the right place.
Wow.
Yeah, completely. It told it to do right, and it just did a UE.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. So it knows. It still does that sometimes. Huh?
I know, it's so annoying.
Every time it happens, my wife is like, what is it doing? Okay, I think it's keeping the intersection I wanted. I need to see exactly what it is.
Maybe it's smart enough to avoid tricky stuff.
That would be like interesting, but also annoying, because that's what Waymo does a lot. It's like, oh, that area is hard, let's avoid it.
Yeah. Well, we could force it to do it, right?
Yeah.
We can ultimately take it wherever we want.
Well, when we get to that intersection, we should totally do it, because we need to try that intersection from multiple directions. Like, basically, they stack. It's a huge intersection. It's just really wide and big.
Look at that. The light's yellow, and it still goes. Just like a human.
Until, Mishta is going to come in and say it's illegal or something. Screw everybody,
I mean, honestly, everybody it's so smooth now. It's like better than Waymo.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I actually have access to Waymo in LA. It'd be fun to do some comparison tests.
Do they do all of LA, or they'll stick with like LAX area and stuff?
Let's see.
Like West LA, I guess.
We'll check it out when we stop.
Yeah, no,
the driver monitoring system is too strict. All right, good. We got a red light here. Perfect time for me to pull it up. All right, Waymo. This is the service area. So we're a little bit outside.
It's so unexpected. I would thought it would be this area, and it's like go all the way to interesting.
So this is the thing about Waymo people don't realize. We're in the LA area, but it won't come here, right? But FSD can drive here. That's the advantage of this technology. It's amazing.
It's really. I really wonder if they're gonna do some minimal geofencing when they do launch Robotaxi. At least at the beginning, because I can imagine like areas that are just nobody goes there anywhere, and it's so like useless.
Yeah.
Especially, I would imagine stuff like, I don't know, military bases and things that they might not do that anyway. Like all those problems that Cruise and Waymo don't have, because they're like the reverse.
Right.
It's like, oh, we're only there, and it's not like, oh, we can be everywhere, but where do we not want to be?
Yeah, I mean, I think from a tech perspective, it'll probably be able to run anywhere. The only reason they might do some geofencing is just based off regulations, wherever the regulations apply.
Yeah,
like maybe within the state borders or whatever. Yeah.
There's going to be like, I'm sure, like, there's going to be stuff for, Las Vegas has this like super strong lobbying for taxi, for example.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they don't like, Uber cannot like, I don't remember how it goes. If it cannot pick you up, it can drop you but not pick you up, something like that.
Huh.
Yeah, they keep playing with it because the taxi there is, between the hotels. It's crazy. But you get off the strip, nobody cares. You can do Uber or anything. But from the like hotel lobby, it's like very regulated. Oh, here we have the
railroad crossing.
Hopefully it will get green and we can see what it does.
Hopefully it doesn't try and run into the train.
Yeah, I mean, new Tesla, I'm here. It's better not to do it on this one. Don't sacrifice this one, for science. And I find the issue, I navigated to the wrong Trader Joe's. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And you don't have 12 FSD on the Cybertruck yet, right? So it's going to be
No, it should be coming though pretty soon. This version's supposed to support it.
Let me change to the other one.
I hit end trip.
Oh, I got an entry.
Yeah.
Fine. I think it's this one. And then we might need to go a bit back. I think so.
Okay, here we go. Oh boy.
Oh, this is like a very large charging area that has both Tesla.
Look at how fast it moved over to the right side.
That was
to get onto the 110.
That was very smooth.
Yeah. You told it, you changed the destination, it had to go all the way across and it did it. That was pretty impressive.
Sitting here, you forget.
Yeah. It feels like a human, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Is this sick or what?
It's very smooth. It's
yeah.
Very smooth. Yeah. And now it drops to like the regular highway stack. Right?
Yeah. But they've made some improvements in the highway stack.
Yeah, you can feel it.
Yeah. I think what they've done is they have the end-to-end highway model, and then they've updated the old stack to adopt some of the behaviors they've seen in the end-to-end highway model. So it's kind of like this improved highway stack.
Do you think that the highway stack is improved, but then you have like the old written like logic, like manually written, like human written logic? So that's why it can still be weird, but the neural network is new, but then the controls are still like manually written or something like that?
Yeah, it's improved, but it's still the old stack. So they mentioned in the release notes they're turning on the highway stack in one of the point releases.
Interesting. Well, we're definitely not going to be in that little section from here. But then we'll go back maybe closer to where we started, and we should go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's old school. We didn't have one joke-like reaction so far.
Nope.
Yeah, it's almost boring, man.
Yeah, it just works.
We'll find that intersection. And then I got a couple other places.
Yeah, let's think of the hardest stuff you can find in this area.
It's the highway. I wrote them down yesterday. I was like, let's think. Oh yeah, and there was on the way to my gym, there was like a stop sign, and it's like going to the right, and the stop sign is really far from the line. So 12.3, whatever I got, stops at the sign, not at the line. And you're supposed to stop at the line.
Interesting.
So let's see if that does it. Yeah, because it's kind of like a weird, I don't know if it's using vision to do it or if it's using the map data.
Right.
Cybertruck. Man, there's so many Cybertrucks
I know.
in Pasadena.
I'm seeing a lot of them too.
Oh my god, like crazy.
Every time I leave the house, I see a Cybertruck now.
It's crazy.
That was good.
Very smooth, yeah, very smooth, very good. Like in 12.3, what can happen is either it moves too early or it moves too late. Like a lot of like waiting a bit too much, and then I give it like the ego boost and it goes and it's fine.
Right.
Yeah, like I feel like 12.3, if you touch the gas once in a while, it's very good. So here I don't need to do it. Okay, this is interesting to see. That's really smooth. Yeah, in those situations, like 12.3 likes to wait for way too long. And again, I give it a bit of gas and it does what it just did here. But without
Yeah, it's better when you don't have to touch the gas.
Yeah. And
you don't want to have to accidentally touch it and hit someone.
Okay, let's let it go straight because the intersection is over there.
Well, I was gonna pull into Trader Joe's.
Yeah, it might still. But straight is that intersection, so we almost got it. I'll just drop a thing here.
Well, don't change it while it's like in the middle of stuff, you know. That's like too much for it. Let's let it do what it was gonna do.
And I'll go back.
Yeah, then we'll park and then we can set the next destination.
Sounds good. See, I'm impatient.
Well, you know, I think I was excited to see it pull into the parking lot because it's pretty good at that. And you can say auto park. Oh, doesn't want auto park from that angle.
Oh, you think it's the angle? Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Just gotta.
I miss the what they call Tesla Vision here. Because it's one of the things I don't have in the.
Oh really?
Yeah, because my car is.
Hey, your car should.
It's like your first old car that you sold.
Your car should be able to support it.
No, it started with L 2 and it doesn't have Tesla Vision. It has like some weird thing.
They've shipped it now for.
It doesn't look like this. It looks a bit different.
No, go in your settings. You can turn it on.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
I'll be really happy if I'm wrong.
Yeah, there's a setting. It says Tesla Vision or standard.
Yeah.
You can turn it to Tesla Vision.
It looks. It doesn't do those things, but it does show some stuff. You know, it doesn't show the. Because I have the ultrasonic.
All right, give it the new destination.
Yeah. Where we came from. Here, I think. Yeah.
All right.
No, we want this one. Yep. That's good.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, I detect that it can like start FSD a lot faster, a lot sooner. Because with the 12.3, you have to move forward a bit.
Right.
What's the green dot next to the?
That means it's hands-free.
Oh, okay, cool. It's very worried about something.
Yeah, maybe all the people walking by. Dirty Tesla said sometimes if you just wait long enough, it'll go.
Well, yeah, it looks like it's thinking about it.
Yeah, I'll just give it an accelerator push.
Yeah, I can literally see the brake moving. There we go. So we're gonna go this way, which is gonna be interesting because the marking on the road for the right turn in that intersection, it's like really messed up. It's like they had an old one and they put a new one and the old one still shows up. I don't even know where to stop, you know? And 12.3 depends on like the speed it comes in and stuff like that. Sometimes it stops in one location, sometimes in another location.
Right.
So it's gonna be interesting to see what it does here actually.
Okay, let's see.
That's the thing that sadly is like, oh, we don't need like FSD smarter, we just need to fix all the road. But it's wrong because yeah, you see this thing?
Okay.
Like, is it there or here? And
right.
Even this one is like, as a human, I don't know what I need to do.
Yeah.
Okay, now I want to go back because when we come from here and take a left, it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, good point.
Well, maybe I'll just flip around manually. That way we can make it go that way.
Yeah, you're good.
All right.
So here what happens to me, again, sometimes it does it well, sometimes it doesn't. And when it doesn't, it looks like it's going to hit that like stop sign that's in the middle of the intersection.
Okay.
Because look where they stick it. It's like really far into the intersection. And there's no curb around it or anything.
Right.
It's just there.
Just a stop sign.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully it doesn't hit it.
Actually, the cow there might help it. But
Yeah, it seemed like it took a better trajectory there.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got?
What else I got?
So far, we haven't been able to trip it up.
No. Let's go to... need to head closer back to my place. Let's see. Actually, if we go here, I think... Let me give it the address, see what routes it takes. But I want to go from a specific route. We don't have to go all the way, it's just this area.
Okay.
We need to go back a bit. Let's go here. Yeah. And let's do it from this again, because it's more interesting route.
Okay.
Actually, we can do this. That's good. So I think it's like intersection over here. It's the one I told you about. We'll see when we get there. It's like
Okay, this is an interesting intersection.
oh yeah.
To our left, there's some train tracks. So hopefully he doesn't try and drive onto the train tracks.
Could be cool. It's too boring.
It just works.
Yeah, it's just sitting here in the passenger seat. It's just boring, to be honest.
Yeah,
Amazingly boring.
yeah. It's comfortable.
It is. It is. Let's do the AC thing for the seat, for my seat. How do I do it? Cool.
Yeah,
Auto.
yeah, touch that. No. You don't have to do
okay,
auto.
I know, I get it. Oh, I feel it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's nice, right?
It was a missing feature, to be honest.
Yeah.
California.
Now you're thinking about upgrading.
Oh man, I've been thinking about upgrading.
They do have the point of sale credit on the Model 3.
I can't get it
Yeah,
for
true.
various reasons.
Yeah,
But,
true.
no, I'm looking to get the solar. And I almost have to choose between solar and a car, and I'm like, I'll do the responsible thing and get the solar.
Yeah, true. You
It
already
saves
have a car.
money. My electric bill is nuts.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the Model 3s stay good for a really long time.
Yeah, yeah. And like the upside, of like my car getting older is like Tesla insurance is like, you need to pay less now. Your
That's
car is
good.
old, yeah. $50 less a month. I'm like, okay, that's awesome. But that's why I was saying if Tesla so gets close to 400 and there'll still the FSD transfer, I'm just selling like
Yeah,
50,000 of stocks and like,
true. Yeah, the new Model 3s are way nicer.
oh my god.
When you eventually upgrade, you'll be like, wow.
I mean, I already feel it. Just
Yeah.
like,
They made so many little
it's
upgrades.
so quieter.
I know, it's so quiet.
So
Yeah.
quiet. Mine doesn't even have the double,
Pane glass.
Yeah.
Mm. They've made a lot of improvements over the years, yeah.
Mine, if sending, take mine apart, it says 18 ways to connect metals and shit like that it doesn't like. That's how old mine is. It's like 11,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, that's like a collector's item, honestly.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, at some point, maybe it will be worth more money.
I mean, when you look at how many Teslas there are now, it changed the face of our streets, right?
Oh yeah,
I
especially.
mean, I can see one right there, one right there.
You know, in LA and probably Bay Area too.
Yeah.
South Bay more than even San Francisco.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like if you go to Palo Alto, Mountain View, man, it's like Tesla land.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when they have FSD to a point where it can be unsupervised, they're going to be able to bring up a network like at the snap of a finger in those markets, at least.
Yeah, I mean,
they'll have those markets covered
SF
quickly.
is 100% going to be lost to the Bay Area. 100% going to be lost. There's going to be too many of them.
Right. Okay, this looks like a really narrow road.
Oh yeah. We're driving in places I've never been. I'm jealous of that cold seat. It's so nice.
Yeah, on a hot summer day, it's killer. Oh, look at this.
That's
very bold.
Very bold, yeah.
But perfect.
Very
That's what I would have done.
100%.
The fact that it can see a gap like that and know it has time to go.
And I don't think that they see a lot in 12.3 that I didn't see here yet is those narrow streets like we just passed for those garbage bins. In 12.3 it gets so close.
Oh really?
Yeah, my wife is like, what happened? It's like, we almost hit it. Because she sits here and it's like so close. And this is doing a better job.
That's good.
Because nobody is coming from the other side. There's no reason to be so careful.
Right.
Oh, this is interesting. Did very well. Very well.
Yeah. I mean,
these stops, man, is like so dumb.
Seriously.
Oh my god, I hate it. So the worst thing about FSD has nothing to do with the technology. It's like, it's like this. Yeah, it's like, oh no, you have to do a full stop that nobody does, and that's the worst thing by far.
Yeah, maybe eventually they'll change their mind on that.
And I noticed another thing, you know, because I always give some gas, and when I'm in the car and somebody else is driving, that like, you know, like you're like, well, I don't care, I'm not touching the gas. After like those things, like somehow it's doing better. Like somehow if you touch the gas, it kind of confuses it or something. I don't know. It's like it's doing better in general.
Yeah.
If you don't do anything.
Definitely.
And if you stop it and start it and start it and stop it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's truly just intervention free now. You can just sit there. It's a crazy feeling to just say, hey, take me to this place an hour away. And then just sit there and it just takes you there without you touching anything. Or even worrying about anything or even, you know, having any issues that make you kind of nervous.
Yeah. It's interesting. I still didn't have the unsupervised, the supervised hands-free experience.
It's really nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, wait until you try it sitting in the driver's seat.
Exactly.
It's a game changer.
You have to try it.
I mean, now it just makes the product useful to people. When people had to touch the wheel, they couldn't figure out how to use it, and they said, this sucks, this is useless. Now it's like, okay, anyone can understand how to use this. You just sit there and look at the road.
You know, I saw this like, what's his name, dealership guy interviewed with, for us, and he was talking about how he tried it, and it felt like it gave the value of like not needing to, like you get to a destination, you're less fatigued.
Yeah.
Which is obviously true. That's like from day one. Oh, here it's usually like super close to the car park, but now it's interesting. It's low, there's not enough room.
Boom.
Oh, we arrived at the destination. I'm like, why is it doing that?
Okay. What else you got?
We need to continue. This was just, why is it, how do I do
Oh, you mean give it the next?
Yeah.
All right, exit out the first one.
Okay.
Hit done.
Let's do it. Yeah, I think this goes for the location.
Okay.
Anyway, that guy is talking about how, you know, he has the money so he can afford stuff, but he doesn't want to waste money at the same time. And if he would get time back, he would totally buy FSD because it's worth it for time back.
Right.
But it's like not worth it for what it is now. But then he's also saying, you know, I'm less fatigued driving it. So I'm like, isn't that has the value? Like for me, when I got it back in the day, 2018.
People don't know what they want until they see it. Until you sit behind the wheel of a car, and it does a hours long drive where you don't touch anything,
100%.
You won't realize how nice it is.
Even more, I would say, you have to, after you use it for a while, and then you don't have it, and you feel like, oh my god, the difference is huge.
I know.
And then you realize like how much value it brought you.
Right.
Because if you have it on and off, you have it for a week or a weekend, you don't get like how much you're gonna miss it because you're not used to it yet.
Right.
I had the wheel back.
Shit, the camera overheated.
Technical
Stupid
difficulties,
GoPro.
yeah.
But there was no intervention or anything.
You'll have to believe us.
Stupid GoPro.
Yeah, so I had a Hertz rental, so it only has the basic AP, and man, it's like light years difference, right? Like, and I couldn't use it in the streets. Drove me nuts. Oh, and it doesn't automatically take the exit on highway. I'm like, oh my god, I need to pay attention to like exits. I haven't done that in years.
I know, seriously.
It's so funny.
Yeah. I mean, there's no drive that I have where I don't use it for at least part of the drive. Going back to driving manually is just painful.
Literally painful. Okay, this is an interesting one because usually it does the curve like weirdly slowly. Let's see if it does it a bit better. Oh yeah, much better. This was like way improved.
I haven't seen it before, but
no,
I'll
yeah,
take
you
your
have to
word for
believe me. It kind of like slowly like stuck to the right too much and was very awkward. Okay, this is it. Usually it's stopping the stop sign, but the actual stop is a bit forward. So let's see what it does. Huh? Amazing. Incredible.
What do you know?
Oh my god, they fixed it.
They fixed it.
Even this, doing this right, usually it's hard because it's hard to see. Amazing. Yeah. Wow. Okay, let's go back and then we need to go back to the highway. Not this highway.
Well, it's going to get on the highway now.
Yeah, but I don't want it to.
Once it gets on the highway, then you can change, or you could
so
change it now, I don't know.
Let's see what happens.
But it's probably going to get on the highway anyway.
Yeah, not fast enough. It's fine, it can go. Where are we? Yeah, I need to get this back here. Woof.
Wow.
That's
an interesting route it came up with.
Yeah, I'm sticking more to city streets just so we have.
Yeah,
highway,
that's the new
highway
stack.
is boring, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting, it's still the old stack based on the auto speed.
Hey, what the hell? It was supposed to get off.
Yeah.
Oh. That wasn't good.
No, you know the switches between highway and streets does.
Yeah, I think
so
that's
bad.
what happened. Yeah.
When you switch the models, it doesn't know what
it has a weird.
Yeah. And it's been like that in 3.11 before that like initial whatever modes of the stacks.
Yeah, that's going to be the huge benefit of going end to end on the highway.
Yeah.
You won't have to do that anymore. Hold on, just let it do what it's going to do.
Oh, it's good. I want it off the highway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the place we're going to take it now, it's going to have... Oh, it changed. It wants to go back to the highway. It's fine.
No, you can change the route. Set the route to whatever you want.
It doesn't offer the options again.
Okay, just punch in the address again.
Okay.
But then give it whatever route you want.
Okay, it's gonna go for it anyway. Fine. It's fine. The route to avoid highway makes so no sense. They don't even offer it because it's like we didn't build it to test city streets FSD. We built it to get you home fast.
Right. Well, there might be a setting that's like avoid highways or whatever.
Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't have the like Apple MagSafe charging thing, right?
No, just normal Qi charging.
Okay. That I will miss. Because I have the aftermarket.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
The MagSafe's much better because it holds it in one place.
Yeah, it's nice. Put the Tesla logo upside down.
Damn, it looks sick.
You know, I also see a lot of just other EVs here that barely sell because there's just so many EVs here.
Oh yeah, they're huge in LA.
Huge. So
there's so many different EVs now.
It's pretty nuts.
Yeah, and people are still in denial about what's happening.
To me, it's really interesting because the price of second-hand Teslas went down so much. It's cheaper than auto vehicles, and it saves so much money in gas. I had a plumber came with like a Ford van, electric Ford van, and I didn't even know they make it. Maybe they only made like, I don't know, 5,000. But like, he told me, oh yeah, like it cost like 15, 20,000 more, and I already made it back in gas after like 6 months. It's crazy. So it's very strange that EV sales in general went down.
Yeah. Yeah, now they're kind of bouncing back up again.
Yeah. It's inevitable.
Pretty crazy merge here. A lot of people getting in and out.
Yeah.
The highway stack is pretty impressive overall, even though it's still the old stack.
100%. Have you tried any of the like L2 ADAS systems of like Kia and all those?
I tried the Mercedes one.
Okay. Oh yeah.
My mom has a Mercedes EQS. It's obviously horrible.
Well, the one you tried, I think, that I saw the video, was like better than the one I tried of Kia, which was legit scary.
Really?
Oh yeah, like I mean, I had it in a rental, and I tried it, and like it goes within the lane like this, and like you don't know if it's in control or not, because it like when you touch the wheel, it's like wobbly.
Yeah.
So you don't know if it's actually walking at the moment or not, and when it stops, it just stops. So you know, like they gave so much hate to Tesla that like when it stops, maybe they don't know, but at least it beeps. You know, like the other one is like, I just don't know if it's like in control or not. So it's
I know, seriously.
Scary.
The others are so far behind, it's crazy.
Nuts.
That was a good lane selection there.
Very good.
Here we got a door open on the other side of the intersection for some reason. Okay, they're closing it.
How do you find it so far? Like, challenging area that it's doing well, or like you've seen more challenging? Like...
I mean, it's doing pretty much as I expected. It just, it just works.
Yeah.
And, we've thrown some pretty challenging situations at it, but even pretty complicated stuff it can handle.
Yeah, this intersection has 4 EVs.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 Tesla, no, 3 Tesla in a bolt. Just like random, intersection in midday,
Yeah.
Friday. Oh, this
Pretty
one's gonna
normal.
be interesting to see what it does. Because the 12.3 usually does okay, but too slowly. Now this is much faster.
Yeah.
It's just so much faster and smoother,
Yeah.
12.3 does it.
Right.
Just not well.
Less hesitation,
Yeah.
less slowness, more confidence.
Yeah. That's in this one as well. Like what happened with 12.3, I think it drives down too fast. So when it gets to here, it's kind of like, oh no, I'm too fast, and it's like hit the brake.
Didn't
now,
do that.
Now
Yeah,
it was so smooth.
right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That was great.
It's like a professional chauffeur.
For real. No, it's I don't know. I felt like 12 was like, I don't know, maybe 10x better than 11, and this is like 5x better. I don't know why I'm saying 5, maybe because he said 5, but
Yeah,
at least twice as good.
definitely. It definitely seems to be much better at miles per intervention.
Oh yeah. What we did today, the highway doesn't count because it's the old stack, but what we did today with the FSD 12.3 that I have, at least 1 or 2 intervention.
Right.
When I do those routes, I have 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And it's always the same spots. It's just like statistics, so sometimes I do it and it doesn't have any, and I'm like, this was incredible.
Yeah.
And sometimes they happen.
I mean, I'm seeing the same thing in my neighborhood. Is a lot of recurring issues in 12.3. It just handles perfectly. Even things that have been issues for me for years, just fixed it.
That's awesome. And I like the way they do it, which is like fundamental changes in like everything, as opposed to like, oh, we took the top 10 or whatever, 1,000, intersections,
Right.
and like one by one solve them. Like they're not like training for Chuckturn.
Yeah.
It's
They're
just
really
like,
building something general.
yeah.
And that's why it works so well no matter where you take it.
Yeah. It's gonna be very interesting to see how they implement the Robotaxi, because
Yeah. I'm excited for the event.
I actually think like what Waymo is doing with, they get like a notification the car needs help and they don't control the car with the wheel, but they just tell it where to go. I think that's potentially a way to go also for Tesla. It just hopefully will happen once in like a gazillion miles and not like once in 100 miles or whatever the statistics is. It also opens an opening, interesting, like today when they make a car and take it out from the factory and then they need to load it in places, those the people doing it, right? They go car, one by one car, sit inside and drive, and then they go to the next car and drive it. And of course it's like almost nothing compared to the value of actual FSD, but it's those small things
Right.
that's gonna suddenly like, yeah, we need like 50 people less, and obviously Optimus is gonna remove like hundreds,
Yeah.
and suddenly Tesla can have, I don't know, 5-10% less people for free. That's
True.
like billions.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about.
People are expensive, man. Okay, we need to go south. Almost doesn't matter where, like Culver City. We're not gonna go all the way, but this will take us to the. Should I let it finish first?
Cool. Oh, I kind of have to go soon, so I don't know if we have time to go that far.
No, we're not gonna go that far. We're just
Okay.
gonna go here.
Okay, to the freeway.
Here to the freeway. Yeah, here. So we're not gonna, and then we can double back.
Oh, okay.
So it's maybe 10 minutes.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, you see all those like intersections. Let's see if it's the right intersection.
Yeah, it looks pretty challenging.
It's just like they gave maybe like, I don't know, this distance to like go on the highway. So of course it's nice to have a Tesla you can accelerate, but FSD sometimes like, oh, can I go? Can I not? Because it's hard
Right.
to see if the lane is open for you.
Mm-hmm.
Teslas and Porsches like crazy.
I know.
And like you see, it's like literally like more dangerous than if it would have already gone like that. Or you have to do a full stop on a stop sign.
Mm-hmm.
Just like literally more dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hopefully they change their mind on that. I mean, it knows how to do it safely. Like, it's not going to be reckless.
No, I guess like my point is, it's like it's not dangerous as in like the car is doing something that dangerous. It's like it's confusing the human drivers.
Mm-hmm.
If everything was robot, it's fine, and if everything is human, it's fine. Oh, that's a roundabout that doesn't show up on the maps. It's brand new.
Okay.
Let's see what it does.
Yeah. True.
Pretty good.
Beautiful.
Okay, after this intersection, we can double back and we'll do. This drives me crazy every day because I pass this like every day, and it's all those stupid stop sign.
Yeah. But it's a little quicker than it was before.
Oh yeah, it is a bit quicker. And they probably have to. They said the way they implemented it is they picked all the videos where people do full stop and like made them more important or whatever. So they had to, when they retrain everything, do it again. So maybe they, I don't know, tweaked it a tiny bit. Soon you'll be out of a job making videos like this.
I know.
Because it's like,
Yeah.
this was not dramatic at all.
They're putting me out of business.
Yeah. But I think you do have like this like pretty unique experience of trying Cruise, Waymo, Mercedes, all the other ones.
Yeah.
And a lot of Tesla, obviously. So it's always nice to hear what you think about those.
Yeah. I mean, having tried everything, there's nothing out there that can do what this can do, which is just drive anywhere. You can have someone just dropping random pins and it'll just do anything you ask it to do.
And even, you know, the Chinese ones, it's hard to know at the moment because they do have all that.
There's a lot of
drivers.
Exaggeration.
Yeah, there's all those human drivers.
And they have human drivers, yeah.
It's just hard to know, like, oh, this was how the human driver did it. You'll never know.
Right.
I guess same with Cruise, but we didn't know that back in the day.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of exaggeration among the Chinese autonomous companies.
So the other thing that happens in this highway, if you're in the middle lane, and not because the way the entrance to the highway works, when somebody is entering, 12.3 always like slow down because they think they're gonna hit you because it's so tight. They're gonna see it in a second.
Okay.
So it's an interesting. We'll see if we have the situation. Okay, so here we don't have a stop sign, and if a car comes, it could be annoying. Not really happening right now.
Wow. This is one hell of an on-ramp.
I'm telling you, it's a crazy one.
Just right onto the highway.
Yeah. It's already doing better though. because here sometimes it's very twitchy. And in 12.3, it sometimes skips the stop sign. It just doesn't stop it.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And then there's this guy over here.
Yeah.
What the hell?
This is the other one I want to try.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, it did really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
I'm telling you, like, it's very difficult.
Yeah.
Even for a human, this one is hard.
Yeah.
It did very well. Okay, let's get it back before it's driving us to... That's gonna take us out. You see those, like, oh, come to the highway. You have literally, like...
Wow, these are some crazy entrances and exits. Do you want to try
this one?
No. That's enough of that for me.
Yeah, they're crazy. How are you on time? You got some time or?
I gotta go.
Okay, sounds good. Let's start heading back. Should actually take a left, but wants to take a right. Interesting.
I think it just didn't load the directions fast enough. It takes a second for the directions to get loaded in.
Okay, we're getting another highway with this, so enjoy it. Embrace it, embrace it.
Whatever it thinks will get us there.
This one looks a bit easier though. But it's so smooth, even this one.
Yeah, that's really tight, yeah.
It's tight. Oh, we're getting a crazy one. Okay. We're getting a really crazy one.
Oh, God.
And then we're done. Yeah, this one I've done myself one time.
Oh, my God.
Like, you need to wait for like 5 minutes sometimes, you know? It's like so twitchy.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's a crazy one. Let's do the full screen. Hell yeah.
Yeah, baby.
It's doing really well, man. This is
It's really good. Yeah.
It's very impressive. Those are hard, man.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
Yeah. You excited to get it?
Yeah. I'm officially excited. Because it solved everything. I mean, I don't have anything left. This was everything.
Every problem you had, it solved it.
Every problem I saw in Pasadena in the past, like, 7 months.
All right, go tweet that.
FSD solved. People get annoyed they call it solved, but man, it's solved. It's like...
Yeah. I mean, they have every tool they need to solve it. You just show it training data, and it works.
Oh, this is actually the last one. I even forgot about this one. Because you have the right of way. Okay. It was smoother than 12.3, but it had the right of way and it should have continued.
Right.
It's like, go, and you're like, no, it's good. It's not an intervention, but I will give it like, I will deduct like a point.
Okay.
Because it should have just kept going.
Maybe 12.5.1.
Yeah.
Figure that out.
Oh my God, they have so much to improve.
I mean, I think in general, the new versions act a little more cautious.
Yeah, always.
And then when they kind of get more comfortable, it starts being more assertive. Once the data's validated, it looks like it's all kosher.
Yes, for sure. No, it's very impressive. And especially if they get it to 12.3 and are able, if at that point, I mean, they will know, but if at that point, you know, for me and for you, it feels this is good enough for Robotaxi, because it's like, I did nothing for like so long. But
well, I wouldn't say it's ready for Robotaxi yet, but they're definitely getting very close.
With I can see this.
One more 10x or so, and they'll be ready to start testing.
Maybe I'm too optimistic, but I'm thinking if you geofence this and you have something like the Waymo intervention that you
geofenced,
then it's ready, right? Because the 12.3 is not.
I mean,
all those bugs
this could easily be a Tesla factory shuttle, you know, like running in the parking lot or whatever.
Easily. This could easily be a lot of things.
Yeah. And, you know, they haven't even started using the power of hardware 4 yet, let alone hardware 5.
Correct.
If we're seeing this improvement, making the model 5 times larger, then continuing to scale up the model and the data should continue to yield, you know, performance improvements of this magnitude.
It's exactly what we saw in LLMs in ChatGPT. It's like the same shit.
Exactly.
Like they took between 1, 2, 3, 3.5 was like 3 was like the magic point.
Right.
That people are like, oh my god, it's like passing Turing test and shit. And obviously 4 is a bit better. And now they reach the limits, but FSD is not even close to reaching the limits.
Right.
And they reach the limit because like they ran out of like human written text. Like that's it.
Yeah. They're running out of data.
Yeah. They ate like 80% of everything that was ever written.
That's the thing, is you got to scale the model and the data.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about real world is you never run out of data.
You never run
There's always more data. You just go outside, there's more.
And you know, like the resolution, right? Or just in general, picture have more data than text.
Yeah.
And then you move from hardware 3 to 4 in the resolution, different of the cameras. And you know, you'd expect to see the result, even if it's like only like, you know, you doubled it and it's only 20% improvement, not like double the improvements. There is that 20% extra. There's so much data.
Right.
Yeah, we're doing
Yeah, so before, when it didn't have the roundabout on the map, it would get confused. Now it's able to just look visually and figure out that it's a roundabout and do the right thing.
It's amazing. I mean, this also works for me for 12.3, but it would not in 11.
Right.
But 12.3, it recognizes it and it's fine. Coming in from the other side, sometimes it goes a bit fast because it thinks it can go straight. But when it gets closer, it slows down. But it's, man, this was super impressive.
Good. Glad you liked it.
I don't think people...
I know. People are so cynical. They're like, so what? It's not getting better.
People...
Like, I literally had someone say, it hasn't improved this year. I'm like, are you high?
My God. Oh my God. Between 11 and 12, like I said, it's 10x improvement, in my opinion. And between 12.3 to 12.5, I don't know how many X's, but at least two.
Yeah,
two
it's significantly better.
At least.
Right.
And effectively, we had 0 intervention on a route. I know I get interventions.
Yeah.
Like 100%. If we were in my old car, we would have had an intervention. Not a lot, just one.
Right.
Always in the same spots.
Nothing we threw at it could trip it up.
Nothing.
We're gonna have to start getting more creative to find issues.
No, totally. This used to be a problem because they redid the roads and it was not painted, and it did it okay, but it was super like afraid and slow. Yeah, very impressive.
Yeah, it just does it all. I mean, I just drive for hours with this thing, no intervention. You know, I drove an hour to get to you.
Yeah.
No intervention. And it was so smooth.
You came through the highways or through the streets or?
Highways.
Highways.
Took the 110.
Yeah, but even in the highways, sometimes in LA, because LA is nuts, I do get interventions.
Yeah.
Because LA is crazy with the highways.
Totally.
Yeah, you can fully stop here.
All right, we'll end our video there.
Perfect.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thank you.
All right, good to see you, man.
Yeah. We're done with this?